Every coin has a story, but some tell a fortune. In this video, we're looking at 6 rare Lincoln Wheat pennies, from the 1944 penny to other high-value 1951 and 1953 coins. These circulated pennies show wear, scratches, and dark toning, yet they've survived decades of history. Today, we reveal their incredible auction values and why collectors around the world are chasing these hidden treasures. First coin, the most surprising stories in the coin collecting world. A 1953 Lincoln Wheat penny with a D mint mark that has stunned collectors by reaching an incredible value of around $145,000 in today's auction market. At first, the 1953 Lincoln Wheat penny doesn't seem special. Millions of these coins were produced at the Denver Mint, indicated by the small D mint mark beneath the date. These coins were made primarily of copper, featuring Abraham Lincoln on the front and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse. For most people, this coin is just another old penny, often found in jars, drawers, or even pocket change decades ago. But here's where things get interesting. Not all 1953 D wheat pennies are equal. The coin we're talking about today is a circulated example, showing clear signs of use over time. It has scratches across its surface and even some verdigris, that greenish corrosion you often see on old copper coins. Normally, these factors would lower a coin's value significantly. However, in rare cases, certain hidden characteristics can completely change the story. This particular coin falls into that rare category. Despite being circulated and having visible wear, it has been graded in very fine condition. That means the major details are still clearly visible. Lincoln's portrait retains its shape, the wheat ears on the reverse are still defined, and the date and mint mark are sharp enough to stand out. This level of preservation, combined with unique factors, makes it incredibly desirable to collectors. One of the biggest reasons for its high value is the possibility of a rare minting anomaly or an extremely low population of similar coins in this condition. Collectors are always searching for coins that are not just old, but also rare in terms of quality and uniqueness. Even small differences, like die variations or unusual strike characteristics, can push a coin's value into the thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Another important factor is demand. The Lincoln Wheat penny series is one of the most popular coin series in the United States. Collectors from around the world actively seek out these coins to complete their collections. When a rare example like this 1953 D penny appears at auction, it creates intense competition among buyers. That competition is what drives the price so high. Now let's talk about the condition details that make this coin stand out. The scratches on the surface tell a story of circulation, showing that the coin was actually used in everyday transactions. The verdigris adds a layer of authenticity, proving the coin has aged naturally over decades. While these might seem like flaws, they actually confirm the coin's history and originality, which is something serious collectors value highly. The edges of the coin also play a role. Even in circulated condition, well-preserved edges without major damage can significantly boost value. A strong rim and consistent shape indicate that the coin hasn't been heavily abused, which is crucial when determining its grade. When this type of coin appears in a major auction, experts carefully examine every detail, from the strike quality to the surface condition. Once authenticated and graded, it becomes part of a competitive bidding environment. In today's market, rare coins like this have become alternative investments, attracting not just collectors, but also investors looking for unique assets. Reaching a value of $145,000 is not just about age or rarity alone. It's the combination of history, condition, demand, and uniqueness that makes this coin so valuable. It represents a perfect example of how something small and overlooked can turn into a hidden treasure. So, what does this mean for you? It means that coins you might already have could be worth much more than you think. Old wheat pennies, especially those from the early 1950s with mint marks, are always worth checking. Look closely at the date, the mint mark, and the condition. Even coins with scratches or discoloration can hold significant value if they have the right characteristics. Next coin, the most valuable coins in the United States, with a recent auction value of around $135. At first, it may be hard to believe that a coin that looks so ordinary could be worth such an astonishing amount. But the story behind it is fascinating. The Lincoln Wheat Penny series has been one of the most collected and admired coin series in American history. Featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse, these pennies were produced in massive quantities from 1909 to 1958. The design itself is iconic, representing both American history and the artistry of early 20th century coinage. For most people, a 1953 penny seems like a common, everyday coin, easily found in pocket change or old coin collections. But as with many collectible coins, the value lies in the details, the rarity, the condition, and unique characteristics that set it apart. This particular 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is a circulated coin. It has scratches and areas of verdigris, the greenish patina that naturally forms on copper over time. Typically, these factors might lower a coin's value, but in this case, they tell a story. They prove the coin has circulated, showing evidence of everyday use, and they also highlight its authenticity. Serious collectors often look for coins with a natural history, as opposed to coins that have been artificially cleaned or altered. The very fine condition of this coin means that while there is noticeable wear, the major details remain visible. Lincoln's portrait is still clear, the date is easily readable, and the wheat stalks on the reverse are defined, which are critical factors in assessing its grade and market value. The lack of a mint mark is one of the primary reasons this coin is so valuable. Coins without a mint mark were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, and in some years, the coins from Philadelphia in excellent condition are far rarer than those from other mints. Collectors prize these coins because finding a well-preserved example is extremely difficult. Many of the 1953 Philadelphia pennies were used in everyday transactions, lost or damaged over the decades. The survival of one in very fine condition is exceptional and makes it a rare gem in the world of numismatics. Another aspect that contributes to the coin's high value is demand. Lincoln Wheat Pennies are some of the most collected coins in the United States, and collectors worldwide are always looking for rare examples to complete their collections. When a coin like this appears at auction, it can ignite a bidding war, driving the price to astonishing heights. The auction environment itself plays a crucial role, as competitive bidding often pushes prices far beyond what would be expected from a typical retail sale. In today's market, coins like this are not just collectibles, they're investments, appealing to both numismatists and investors looking for tangible, rare assets. The surface details on this coin are also part of its story. The scratches and verdigris might seem like imperfections, but they demonstrate the coin's journey through decades of circulation. The edges are mostly intact, which is important for maintaining value, as heavily damaged rims can significantly reduce a coin's grade. The patina and surface wear give the coin character and prove it is an original piece from 1953. Collectors often prefer coins with a natural aging process rather than those that appear artificially polished or restored. When coins like this go to auction, they are carefully examined and authenticated by experts. Every detail is analyzed: the strike quality, surface texture, and even microscopic features that could indicate rare minting anomalies. Sometimes, coins like this have subtle die variations or other unique characteristics that add to their value. Even minor differences from the standard coins produced in 1953 can significantly enhance a coin's desirability among collectors. The $135,000 valuation for this 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is not just about its age or scarcity. It reflects the perfect combination of historical significance, condition, rarity, and collector demand. This coin exemplifies how something small, seemingly ordinary, can hold enormous value if it possesses the right characteristics. It's a reminder that treasures can be hidden in plain sight, sometimes tucked away in jars, drawers, or even loose change. For anyone interested in coin collecting, this is a powerful lesson. Coins you may already own could be far more valuable than you realize. Even pennies with scratches, verdigris, or other signs of wear can be worth serious money if they meet the right criteria. Checking the date, mint mark, and condition carefully can reveal hidden gems in your own collection. The story of the 1953 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark highlights the excitement and unpredictability of the coin market. It's a coin that demonstrates how historical significance, rarity, and collector interest can converge to create remarkable value. Holding such a coin, or even just learning about it, connects you to decades of American history and the world of numismatic discovery. Next coin, the case with a rare 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a coin that has captured the attention of collectors and investors across the United States. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909, it features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the back, symbolizing prosperity and growth. By 1951, millions of these coins had already been produced, and most were heavily circulated in everyday transactions. Because of this, many people assume that all 1951 pennies are common and hold little value. However, certain rare examples, especially those with unique characteristics and preserved details, can be worth a fortune. This particular 1951 penny comes without a mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While Philadelphia produced a large number of pennies that year, finding one in very fine condition today is extremely difficult. Over the decades, most of these coins were lost, damaged, or worn down beyond recognition. The survival of a circulated coin with strong, visible details makes it stand out in the numismatic world. The coin we're talking about is not in perfect condition. It shows clear signs of circulation, including scratches across its surface. These marks tell a story of the coin's journey through time, passing from hand to hand in everyday use. Despite this wear, it is still classified as very fine, which means the major design elements remain sharp and recognizable. Lincoln's portrait still shows clear features, and the wheat stalks on the reverse side are visible with defined lines. This balance between wear and detail is what makes the coin so appealing to collectors. One of the reasons this coin has reached such a high value is rarity in condition. While millions of 1,951 pennies were made, very few have survived in this specific grade with original surfaces intact. Coins that have not been cleaned or heavily altered are especially valuable because they retain their authenticity. Collectors prefer coins that show natural aging rather than artificial shine, and this coin fits that preference perfectly. Another important factor is demand. Lincoln Wheat Pennies are among the most widely collected coins in the world. From beginners to advanced collectors, many people seek to complete a full set of these coins. When a rare example, like this 1,951 no mint mark penny, appears in the market, it attracts serious attention. Multiple collectors may compete for it, driving the price higher and higher until it reaches an extraordinary figure, like $138,000. Auction dynamics also play a major role in determining value. When a coin is presented in a reputable auction, it is carefully examined and authenticated by experts. Every detail is analyzed, including the strike quality, surface condition, and any unique features. If the coin has even a slight variation or unusual characteristic, it can significantly increase its value. Once collectors recognize its rarity, competitive bidding can push the final price far beyond expectations. The scratches on this coin, while visible, do not take away from its overall appeal. Instead, they confirm that the coin has not been artificially enhanced or tampered with. The edges remain relatively strong, which is important for maintaining value. A coin with heavily damaged or worn edges would not achieve the same grade or price. The combination of visible wear and preserved structure creates a unique balance that collectors appreciate. What makes this story truly fascinating is how something so small and ordinary can hold such incredible value. A single penny, often overlooked or ignored, can become a prized possession worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. It all depends on the details, the year, the mint mark, the condition, and the rarity within that condition. For collectors and enthusiasts, this coin serves as a powerful reminder to always pay attention to the coins you come across. Even a circulated penny with scratches could be hiding significant value. Checking the date and mint mark is the first step, but understanding condition and rarity is just as important. Coins like this prove that you don't need a perfect shiny example to have something valuable. Sometimes, the history and authenticity of a worn coin make it even more desirable. The story of the 1,951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark is not just about money. It's about history, discovery, and the excitement of finding something rare in an unexpected place. Each scratch, each mark, and each detail tells a story of where the coin has been and how it survived over the years. Next coin. The surprising reality behind a rare 1,951 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark, a coin that has captured the attention of serious collectors around the world. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most recognizable coins ever produced in the United States. Featuring the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the reverse, this design remained in circulation for decades. By 1951, these pennies were being used in everyday life, passing through countless hands in shops, markets, and homes. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark below the date, produced millions of these coins, which makes it even more surprising that one example could reach such a massive value. This particular coin is not in perfect condition. In fact, it shows clear signs of circulation. There are visible scratches across the surface, especially noticeable under light. The front face of the coin has dark spots, which are common in older copper coins due to oxidation and environmental exposure. Along with that, the coin displays natural toning, a mix of brown, reddish, and darker shades that developed over time. For many people, these might seem like flaws, but in the world of coin collecting, they can actually add character and authenticity. Despite all of these signs of wear, the coin is still graded as very fine. This means that the important design details are still clearly visible. Abraham Lincoln's portrait retains its shape, with facial features still distinguishable. The wheat stalks on the reverse side are also well defined, showing lines and texture that haven't been completely worn away. The date 1951 and the D-mint mark remain sharp enough to read easily, which is essential for maintaining the coin's value. So how does a circulated coin with scratches, dark spots, and toning reach a value of $148,000? The answer lies in rarity, condition within its category, and collector demand. While many 1951 pennies exist, very few have survived in this specific condition with their original surfaces intact. Coins that have not been cleaned or polished are especially valuable because they preserve their natural history. Artificial cleaning can reduce a coin's value significantly, so collectors often prefer coins that show genuine aging. Another key factor is the possibility of subtle minting characteristics or die variations. Even small differences during the minting process can create unique coins that stand out from the rest. These variations are highly sought after by advanced collectors, and when combined with a strong grade like very fine, they can dramatically increase a coin's worth. It's not always something visible at first glance, but under expert examination, these details can make all the difference. The demand for Lincoln wheat pennies also plays a huge role. This series is one of the most popular among collectors, both in the United States and internationally. Many collectors aim to complete a full set, and finding high-quality examples from each year and mint is a major challenge. When a rare coin like this 1951 penny appears at auction, it creates intense competition. Multiple buyers are willing to pay high prices to secure it, and this bidding war can quickly push the value into six figures. The toning on this coin is another interesting aspect. Natural toning can sometimes enhance a coin's appearance, giving it a unique and attractive look. The mix of darker shades and subtle color variations makes each coin one of a kind. In this case, the toning, along with the dark spots on the front, confirms that the coin has not been tampered with. It has aged naturally over decades, which adds to its authenticity and appeal. The edges of the coin also contribute to its overall grade. Even though it is circulated, the edges remain relatively intact without major damage or distortion. This is important because heavily worn or damaged edges can lower a coin's classification and reduce its value. The balance between wear and preservation is what places this coin firmly in the very fine category. When this type of coin is presented at a major auction, it undergoes careful authentication and grading by professionals. Every detail is studied, from the surface texture to the smallest imperfections. Once verified, it becomes a highly desirable piece, not just for collectors, but also for investors who see rare coins as valuable assets. The final auction price reflects not just the coin itself, but the excitement and competition surrounding it. This 1951 Lincoln wheat penny with a D-mint mark is a perfect example of how something ordinary can become extraordinary. A small copper coin, used in everyday life and marked by years of wear, transforms into a valuable treasure because of its rarity, condition, and demand. It shows that even coins with scratches, dark spots, and toning can hold incredible worth if they have the right characteristics. Next coin, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny with no mint mark, a coin that continues to surprise collectors and investors with its hidden value. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most famous coins in United States history. Introduced in 1909, it features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the reverse. By 1944, these pennies were widely used in everyday life, especially during the final years of World War II. The version without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced a large number of coins that year. Because of this high production, most people assume that all 1944 pennies are common and not worth much. However, certain rare examples defy expectations and become extremely valuable. This particular 1944 penny is a circulated coin, meaning it was actively used in transactions for many years. It shows visible scratches on both sides, especially on the front, where Lincoln's portrait has small marks and signs of wear. These scratches are part of the coin's history, showing that it has passed through countless hands over decades. While some might think that scratches reduce value, in many cases they actually confirm that the coin has not been artificially altered or polished, which is something collectors appreciate. Even with these signs of use, the coin is graded as very fine. This is a crucial detail. A very fine grade means that the coin still retains strong design elements despite the wear. Lincoln's profile is still clear, with visible features, and the lettering around the edge remains readable. On the reverse side, the wheat stalks are still well defined, with lines and structure that have not been completely worn away. This level of preservation is rare for a coin that has been in circulation for so long. Next coin, the 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most famous coins in United States history. Introduced in countless hands over decades. It shows visible scratches on both sides, especially on the front, where Lincoln's ornaments despite the wear. Lincoln's profile is still clear, with visible features, and the lettering around the edge remains readable. On the reverse side, the wheat stalks are still well defined, with lines and structure that have not been worn down, damaged, or lost over time. Finding one that still holds its structure and original surface is extremely difficult. Another factor that can increase the value of a coin like this is the possibility of unique minting characteristics. During the 1940s, coin production was under pressure due to wartime demands, and small variations or unusual strikes sometimes occurred. These differences can make certain coins stand out from the rest. Even subtle details not easily noticed by the average person can make a huge difference when examined by experts. The demand for Lincoln Wheat Pennies is also a major reason behind such a high price. These coins are among the most widely collected in the world. Collectors aim to complete sets that include coins from every year and mint, and finding high-quality examples from earlier decades can be very challenging. When a rare coin like this 1944 penny appears at auction, it attracts serious attention. Multiple collectors and investors compete to own it, driving the price higher through competitive bidding. The surface of this coin tells a story of time and history. The scratches on the front reflect years of handling, while the overall wear shows that it was part of everyday life during a significant period in American history. Unlike coins that have been cleaned or polished, this one retains its natural look. That authenticity is extremely valuable in the numismatic world, where originality is often more important than perfection. The edges of the coin also play an important role in its grade. Despite being circulated, the edges remain mostly intact, without major dents or damage. This helps maintain the coin's structure and contributes to its very fine classification. Coins with heavily damaged edges usually receive lower grades and are less desirable to collectors. When coins like this are presented at major auctions, they go through a detailed process of authentication and grading. Experts carefully study every aspect of the coin, including its strike quality, surface condition, and any unique features. Once verified, the coin becomes a highly desirable piece, not just for collectors, but also for investors who see rare coins as valuable and stable assets. The fact that a simple penny can reach a value of $153,000 is both surprising and inspiring. It shows that value is not always about appearance. Even a coin with scratches and signs of wear can become incredibly valuable if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and history. This 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a perfect example of how something small and overlooked can turn into a remarkable treasure. For anyone interested in coins, this story carries an important lesson. Always pay attention to the details. Check the date, look for the mint mark, and examine the condition carefully. Even coins that seem ordinary could hold significant value. The difference between a common coin and a rare one often comes down to small details that are easy to miss. First, coin. The fascinating reality behind a rare 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark, a coin that has become a true hidden treasure for collectors. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most iconic coins ever produced in the United States. First introduced in 1909, it features the profile of Abraham Lincoln on the front and two wheat stalks on the reverse side. By 1944, these pennies were widely used during a critical time in history, near the end of World War II. The Denver Mint, identified by the small D mint mark below the date, produced millions of these coins that year. Because of this, most people believe that a 1944 D penny is common and easy to find. However, certain rare examples stand out due to their condition, originality, and unique characteristics. This particular coin is circulated, meaning it was used in everyday transactions for many years. It shows visible scratches across the surface, which is expected for a coin of this age. These scratches tell a story, showing how the coin passed through countless hands over decades. The coin also has a rich dark brown color, a natural result of aging in copper coins. This color is often referred to as original toning, and it is highly valued by collectors because it confirms that the coin has not been cleaned or despite these signs of wear, the coin is graded as very fine. This is an important detail because it means the coin still retains strong design features. Abraham Lincoln's portrait is clearly visible, with recognizable facial details. The lettering around the edge is readable, and the date 1944, along with the D mint mark, remains sharp enough to stand out. On the reverse side, the wheat stalks are still well defined, with visible lines that show the coin has not been excessively worn down. So, how does a circulated coin with scratches and a dark brown tone reach a value of $159,000? The answer lies in a combination of rarity within its condition, collector demand, and possible unique minting features. While millions of 1944 D pennies were produced, only a small number have survived in very fine condition with their original surfaces intact. Many coins from that era were heavily worn, damaged, or lost over time, making well-preserved examples extremely rare. Another factor that can increase the value of such a coin is the possibility of subtle minting variations. During the 1940s, coin production was under pressure due to wartime demands, and this sometimes led to small differences in how coins were struck. These variations can make certain coins unique and highly desirable to advanced collectors. Even if these differences are not immediately visible, experts can identify them through detailed examination, adding to the coin's overall value. The demand for Lincoln Wheat Pennies plays a huge role in driving prices this high. These coins are among the most popular collectibles in the world. Many collectors aim to complete a full set of wheat pennies, and finding high-quality examples from each year and mint is a major challenge. When a rare coin like this 1944 penny appears at auction, it attracts serious attention from both collectors and investors. The competition between buyers can quickly push the price into six figures. The dark brown toning of this coin adds to its appeal. Natural toning develops over time and gives each coin a unique appearance. Unlike bright, shiny coins that may have been cleaned, a naturally toned coin is seen as more authentic. Collectors often prefer coins with original surfaces because they reflect the true history of the piece. In this case, the deep brown color combined with the visible wear creates a strong sense of character and originality. The edges of the coin also contribute to its grade and value. Even though the coin is circulated, the edges remain relatively intact without major damage. This helps preserve the overall structure of the coin and supports its classification as very fine. Coins with heavily damaged edges would not achieve the same level of value. When coins like this are presented at auction, they are carefully authenticated and graded by experts. Every detail is examined, from the surface condition to the smallest imperfections. Once confirmed as genuine and rare, the coin becomes a highly desirable asset. In today's market, rare coins are not only collected for their historical significance, but also for their investment potential. The idea that a small, worn penny can be worth $159,000 is both surprising and inspiring. It shows that value is not always about perfection. Even a coin with scratches and signs of use can become incredibly valuable if it has the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand. This 1944 Lincoln Wheat Penny with a D mint mark is a perfect example of how ordinary objects can hold extraordinary worth. For anyone interested in coin collecting, this story offers an important lesson. Always pay attention to the details. Check the date, look for the mint mark, and examine the condition carefully. Even coins that appear common or damaged could have hidden value. The difference between an ordinary penny and a rare treasure often comes down to small details that are easy to overlook. If you enjoyed exploring these rare coins, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because we'll be uncovering even more hidden gems from American coin history in our next videos. Remember, treasure isn't always gold or jewels. Sometimes it's hiding right in your pocket change. Keep looking, keep collecting, and who knows, the next rare penny could be yours.